Hello, welcome back to Prison Architect. I don't usually record these because they're so unbelievably boring to watch, but I wanted to get some sort of feedbacky kind of dealy from this kind of setup. So, what I'm thinking, right, with the low security area. Okay, so it's in my mind of what I want it to look like, but actual implementation and going from brain to hand to make it look like this is incredibly hard work. So the idea behind this low-sec prison area is to have standardized cells, much like these ones, with the radio and the bed and whatnot. So very standard, the very basic cells. Currently there's 50 of those, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 here. I do plan to put the yard possibly here, but I think it's a little bit too low for the prison. Because what I'll probably do is split off the low security areas into two separate parts. So excuse me, rather than having one giant low security area, having two individual parts to it that are just mirrored and flipped. The reason behind thinking that is I want to have my supermax area of the prison with somewhat of a safety net keeping them separate from the prison, so when they enter the prison they have no contact with any other part of the prison whatsoever. So in the middle here, there's a bit of a pathway at the moment, which will probably continue on down to the main gate. So, as prisoners enter, they'll enter in. Supermax guys will go straight to Supermax and rot in hell and whatnot, where low, medium, and high will be split off into high sec in the middle here with two entrances on either side, low sec to the top, and possibly medium sec will follow that up as well and move into these zones here. Now, at the moment, this design is very limiting in the fact that I am cutting off most of the prison here, which would mean I'll have to essentially expand out low sec into these areas here. So expand this part to here, and then just have an entire wing of medium sec. That's my plan and idea for this prison. There is a lot to plan and figure out, seeing the fact that I need to have a bit of a split walkway in. So prisoners that arrive, come in through the main gate, into reception, get searched and whatnot, in through the next bit, and then moving into their corresponding area. Now, while they're in transit, they're in handcuffs and guards can, keep an eye on them and whatnot. But when they reach their cell, that's what worries me, because if a riot does break out in high sec, it's essentially a breakthrough here, a breakthrough a gate here, and possibly another gate here, plus all the doors here, before they exit the prison. So there is still quite a few obstacles for them to get through, plus there'll be guards stationed there and whatnot, so security will be pretty tight. But my main concern is, for them to get into low security, it's break through this door, and then possibly a door here. So 3 doors for them to break through, which is pretty easy to do in a large-scale riot, because once they get the taste of blood, they just go mental. So, yeah, my problem here is I'm designing a prison that's essentially front-focused. I don't want to put low-sec at the very back here, because I want them to be kind of like a bubble between the outside world and the prison, which kind of seems a bit odd or unfair to them, because they're essentially my cannon fodder if high-sec do go on a spree. Yeah, I'm the worst kind of warden. I'm using my own prisoners as cannon fodder. That's just, it's terrible, but, we have to do something that works with this prison, so, yes, that is my idea so far for low sec. I still have to design, average quality cells and high quality cells. I think I'll just use these as high quality. They fit the bill, they have everything they need in them. I may tweak it a little bit so it includes a shower head in a not so retarded place, but yeah, this cell as a luxury item works fine. My only concern is the outdoor freaking window. I don't know why it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Let's just try it again now, because it really does bug me. If I put it there, do you reckon it will work? If this works, I'm going to be so confused. Oi, what the shit? Do you deserve those cells? Do you No. These cells are not for plebs like you guys. Let's make these staff only for now, because really, that's not their cell. Let's see, room quality. No, so it's still a 9. Okay, these window things, what the hell? They make no sense whatsoever. Maybe they have to have nothing blocking them. That's probably what's happening here. So I wonder if I move this chair to here, if that will count as the window being a-okay. Okay, let's put it in. Let's see, chair, put it there. I just don't know if it worked or not. No, outdoor window is still broken, so I don't understand how the windows work. But it doesn't really matter anyway, because the cell quality is pretty high. But that's the design I'm probably going to use when we get to it. Did those guys move out of there? Because they really should not be in there. They did. They did indeed. What about in here? Yep, no one's there. Good. Very good. No one goes in those cells. Don't deserve them. No one deserves them. No one. Maybe this guy. Maybe. Maybe. Yes, anyway, back to the planning stage of things. So, yes. Trying to design an efficient prison is incredibly difficult. It's something you have to learn as you go. Okay, so these will be our standardized cells. Just the standard, these things here. Nothing fancy about them whatsoever. Now, I do need to figure out a cell design that will contain a few extra items that will help them out. So, if we go a 3x3 cell, because what do they require as a large cell room? 9 squares, that will bring it to the second window. So if we have possibly a TV and a chair, maybe even a bookshelf in there. So if we have, let's just put it up here. Where's that? There, 5x5. So if we have bed, chair, TV, toilet would have to be probably there and the chair there. That would work. It'll be incredibly cramped, but hey, it's counted as a luxury cell. But how many can we fit in? Yeah. We can fit 3 in. We could also make this area here like a, oh, it's really tiny though. It's only 2 things. Could put like phones in there or something. That could work. That could work, yeah. I don't really plan to have... Oh, what we're going to need down there is a showers, because there's not going to be enough room. That's right. Oh, actually, no, maybe there will be, actually. Maybe there will be. If we have those there... Yeah, there'll be enough room for a shower there. Okay, that's fine. So we can put, like, I don't know, phones or... I think phones will be working there. So if we have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phones... That's 1 for each person, essentially, and then some chairs for a waiting area or something. It's really, at this point, it's just a, it's just decorative. Okay. That works. Okay, so we'll have, well, there's 6 there out of a total of 50 possible cells, so we're going to need more than that, that's for sure. I'll probably keep these luxury cells down to a very bare minimum. What I actually might do is have this zone here split into 2. So this can be the lower quality low sec, and then up here we can have the medium to high low sec. That would work very well actually, because what would happen is you'd come into the prison as a low sec prisoner, you'd go through reception like everyone else, get your chain, get your strip search, yada yada yada. You'd then be granted your first low level cell in this section here. As you progress through the prison system, you will move into the higher quality cells. So, to start with, these cells will hardly ever be touched because, you know, everyone comes in at the same level. But as the prisoners continue on their way, so, you know, this guy here with 3 days good behavior, he will move into one of these cells. And then, you know, so on and so forth, he'll move down to the high area. That works really well. That really does work. Okay, so what we'll do in that case then, how big's that room there? I think it's 10, yeah, okay, 13 by 16. So, 13 by 16, and let's hold that bit there, 13 by 16, 13 by 16. Yeah, so what we'll do, we'll have the canteen in the middle, with the kitchen probably taking up that much room. That should be enough. So we got 50, let's see, 12 in here, 12, so it's 24, so there'll be 30, 30 total medium cells. So how would that work in the canteen? So that'll be 8, 16, 32, 64 total. How many prisons will be in there? 30 plus 50, 80. So that won't work. That's too small. Would have to double up the tables. 1, 2, 3. That looks better, actually. Oh, one thing I am missing in these rooms, though, is the amenities to keep them happy. Oh, and the serving table, because they're, you know, important. Okay, so that in that case, we'll have to scrap this idea of the canteen and instead have it accessible by the sides. And then have the kitchen down here. So what we got, what's that, 8, 16, 32, 32. If we have the serving tables here, as you walk in, probably need 4 of them total. 1, 2, what's that? We're still at the same amount. We're still at 64. We need more tables somewhere. How can we do this? We're in a bit of a pickle here. We could expand this out a bit more and then have the canteen reach into here, into the cell block, so then these guys can access it via either side. Yes, this looks good. This looks very good. Yes, that does work. That works very well, actually. Very well indeed. Because how that could work is we could have it so the canteen is expanded out. We can have toilets and phones in the back here to do some of their needs, and that will give us enough tables for everyone. So what's that? Let's see, 4, 8, what's that? 8, 16, 16, 32, 16, 32, 64. My maths is bad, if you haven't already guessed already, so I am doing this all off my head and my fingers, and I'm running out of fingers very quickly, so what is that? Let's see, 16, 32, 32, 64, it should be enough. You know what? I'm going to open my calculator and figure this out because it's going to bug me a lot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. This is the editing side of Ben talking right now. As I alt-tabbed out to open my calculator, I soon found out that the hotkey to mute my microphone was the same key used to hit the times button on the calculator. So, I derped up big time. And yes, it was a fail, and I feel very bad about it. But anyway, as I was talking about in the Prison Architect video, is the canteen itself currently has 96 tables, 12 times 8, etc. I realized in editing that I could have just counted them and did 8 times 11 plus 8, which would have got me the same result. But anyway, I decided to remove one of the table areas and put a shower block in there, just to kind of increase the needs kind of dealy part of the canteeny thingamajiggy. So yes, now to make sure I don't ever push the same button again to mute my microphone, and it is back to the live version of the other guy talking, which is actually me, but before I... Anyway, here he is. I've just realized my microphone has been off for God knows how long. If I watch this back and find my damn microphone's been turned off for freaking ever... Ah! Damn it, you OBS recording software using shortcut keys that I'm using for other things. That's annoying as hell. Ah, Jesus Christ. So I was just talking to myself that I don't know how much was actually said. So I'm going to end it here and go to the editing side of things and do it properly. So goodbye!